1678.
Woo, baby! Can you sit? Can you sit? There you go.
Well, I think it'll do a burnout just fine. Holy crap.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. It is now time to get started on a new build. As you guys saw in the thumbnail, we are going to start working on this 1972 Datsun 1200. What kind of motor are we putting in, Ryan?
One I never thought we would work with. A 4-cylinder.
Oof. Don't unfollow us just yet. All you V8 guys, there's plenty of V8s down that way that we're going to be working on. But this little girl, she's getting a 4-cylinder. We're going to go ahead and clean up this mess we got over here. We're going to move the dually out. And then we're going to go ahead and get this old girl in the other garage and we'll show her to you. Is looking fine and dandy over here. A little backstory about this old girl. It is a 1972, I think.
I don't know, it's your car.
71 or 72, I don't remember. I've had this thing for probably, this stupid cat is in it already. Get out of here. There's her fur from a few years ago when it sat in here. Dummy. But yeah, I've had this thing for probably about 2 years, 3 years. Originally bought it to put an LS in, but yeah, it's not gonna fit. I mean, it would fit. It wouldn't have any cooling and turbos would be hanging out of the hood, and now she's getting out. Decided, try something new. Sometimes we get bored doing the same old. Why not build something that I made fun of my whole life? About a year ago, I bought a 2004 TSX. It's got the higher compression, better cylinder head from what I understand. And that car is actually still sitting
Right outside that.
complete, runs perfect. About it wrecked, it's wrecked in the back, but we've driven around a little bit. Because Ryan and I don't like working on stuff and getting our hands dirty on normal vehicles, I decided to buy this engine for 400 bucks. So I was actually looking for a mock-up block just to put a mock-up engine in the car. End up getting an entire engine. So
when this one blows up, we got the nicer one in the Acura that we can toss in, and then, you know, if we learn something, we learn things not to do on this one, we can not do on the other one.
yeah, this is definitely, I cut your head off when I was doing that, I'm sorry. Need to watch the camera and not watch you. But yeah, this is gonna be our learning engine. So yeah, we're gonna blow this bad boy up at about 145 horsepower. So, we're gonna go ahead and strip this engine, and then we'll show you what else we're doing. All right, she is stripped down and she's looking good. Still got to figure out what to do with the water pump and all the water stuff, because I've got an engine plate on the front that is gonna block where all that stuff goes. I mean, for right now, we're just gonna bolt this thing in there and see what it looks like. But moving on to the tranny. Transmission we're gonna put in it is an ATI Power Glide that I've had for probably about 5 years now. I bought this thing, I had it in my Nova for a year or a season, and my car weighed 3,800 pounds, so it was way too heavy for a Glide, so I ended up putting a built 400 in it, and that Power Glide's just been sitting on the shelf waiting for this fancy dancy automobile to make its way in the garage. Bill Hincher, I hope I didn't butcher that last name too bad, but he makes a K-Series to GM transmission adapter. So this will actually bolt engine side over here, tranny over here. Then he's made this adapter, bolts to the crankshaft, and then puts this flex plate on it. And you're able to run a Dodge starter, I believe. He sent me a starter. But that'll adapt to two. Starter goes in the stock location. Puts the engine straight up and down, not at an angle like they were normally built. In front-wheel drive cars, they had a little bit of an angle in them. But yeah, people run this stuff all the time. So we're gonna go ahead, bolt up the adapter, bolt up the Glide, and then I guess we'll try to set her in.
All right, we've got this thing sitting in here. It's a little higher than what we obviously want.
I thought we bought a small engine.
Well, apparently, we actually just measured an LS we have sitting over there, and this is an inch taller than an LS2 with an oil pan and an intake on it. But
I think this is telling me something.
should have put an LS in it.
Now let's swap the world.
Yep, well, too late now. So we're gonna have a new cross member made. So we're gonna cut that out now so we can get this thing sitting where we want it and where it needs to go so we can mount the motor plates. we're going to get to work and start hacking away and see if we can get this thing sitting where it needs to go and we can still use our flat hood. We really don't want a cowl on this thing.
No. Because the cowl wouldn't even help it. I mean, you'd have to have one of them bubble cowls, and no. I'm going to try not to.
All right.
We'll notch the valve cover if we have to.
Take a cylinder out.
Take a cylinder out. There we go.
All right.
What's one more? We already lost 4 of them.
Yeah, well, let's start cutting.
All right. Major progress because the flat hood fits and we have an 1.5 inch room. So we come up 1.5 inches, but look at that bad boy. She's in there. Every time we talk, the freaking heater comes on. We're gonna have to do something about the pan clearance because the thing is, the car is about 2 inches off the lift right now. It's gonna come down, and yeah, that pan hangs pretty far. But yeah, I mean, we can come up
about an inch.
An inch on the engine, which will help the pan. We've got this deal going on in here. We cut more of the floor, as you can see. We're gonna have to cut more on the driver's side again because actually that looks good right there. But oh yeah, but we're going up more. So we're gonna have to cut. That's where we're having issues. Remember when we were taking it up? But
we do need to bring the transmission over probably an inch towards the driver's side.
That's probably why it's not even close to hitting now.
It's kind of it's at an angle. It's not perfectly in line with the tunnel anymore.
Oh yeah, I see right there. You see how it's to the right just a little bit. And we were having issues. That right there is the where the shifter goes, where that gold nut is. So that's got to be free from everything because that moves and that gets a bracket put on it. So we're gonna have to cut the floor just a little more, and then we'll probably cut this stupid thing out and put another one on it. This is some redneck engineering right here, boys. But she's hanging free. I know this weight isn't really gonna tell us much, but I've been dying to know if this thing, I would love this thing to be like 2,300 pounds race ready with the driver. Now I don't know, with the driver might be tough, but if we get this old girl away.
The driver might have to go on a diet.
Shoo, the driver is on a diet. Fast food every day, sometimes twice a day. But this thing can weigh 2,300 pounds with the driver. There's no reason why this car can't run low 8s, high 7s. I mean, there's absolutely no reason. Maybe not with the stock motor that we're gonna try first, but piston rod engine, some head work, there's no reason why this thing shouldn't run low 8s, high 7s. So that's what we're aiming for. We're gonna throw this thing on the scales and see what she weighs. Oh, we need to make sure this thing don't roll. I guess it ain't gonna roll.
1678.
Woo, baby! Can you sit? Can you sit? There you go. 1678. We still got fuel cell, turbo, exhaust, cooling. We still, well, Probably got another 1,000 pounds worth of stuff, but
Oh, easily.
we can lighten her up too, probably.
Maybe not 1,000 pounds, but
Yeah, I don't know.
maybe with the driver.
Oof. I have to put remote control on this thing. That's not bad though. 1,700 pounds as it sits with the engine tranny. Not too shabby. All right, guys, that's gonna wrap it up for this video. Got the engine sitting in the thing, and definitely got a little bit more work to do. We just put it down on the ground off the scales, and we realized, I don't know if you can actually see that. See the tranny pan? She's pretty stinking close to the ground. I'm gonna say right there, 2.5, maybe 3 inches. But we measured the hood. We come up an inch here. The motor's actually tilted back. We come up about 2.5 inches in the back. We were adding things up, and I think if we try, we could probably have this thing at about 2350 with the driver, which with this little engine, I mean, weight's gonna be our friend, and being lightweight is one way we're gonna be able to make this thing run. If you like what you see with this thing, be sure to hit the subscribe button, because this car will be making more videos on it. I mean, this is the first video, and this is just one night of working on it. But yeah, we've got a ton of stuff to do this thing. We're gonna take it racing. We're gonna, like, this thing should be done this summer. So yeah, this is not gonna be the only time you'll see this thing. So we hope you enjoyed, and we'll see you guys on the next one.